What's up guys, how's it going? Wardenderas here with another EVE Online video. Tonight we're continuing our Stratios Angel Combat Site series, and tonight we'll be doing the Angel Refuge. For those of you that watched my last video, you'll have heard me question whether the burrow was still a site, because I haven't seen one for so long, and that's actually the next one we should be doing for the series. This evening while I was flying along, I did actually see an angel burrow in my signatures, but I was in the wrong ship, so I flew over to get my Stratios. By the time I came back it was gone, but that confirmed to me they are about, but they're very rare. I can't find them very often, so I just want to carry on with the series, skip straight over to Refuge, and if I come across another burrow I'll try and squeeze it into the series for completeness, even though it'll be out of the sync. Alright, so without further ado, this is the fit. Again, we're running the same fit that I used in the last couple of videos. It's a very strong fit, very pleased with it. We'll just go through it quickly, hover over it for you guys now, but it will be linked in the description. It's a couple of anti-explosive pumps and an auxiliary nano pump. Covops, obviously, remote armor repairer for your drones. Again, as I've mentioned in other videos, this is a fit for complete subsistence in Wormhole space. So you've got the armor repairer for your drones, so that you don't need to go dock up and find a station to be able to repair and things. Relic Augmentor II, Salvager, and probe launcher and probes. Afterburner IIs. Omnidirectional tracking link with a range script, again for the drones. Target painter. Now the target painter is for reducing drone aggro, because it increases the danger signature. There's an algorithm that increases by CCP that determines the amount of danger or threat that your ship poses, and the higher that danger level, the more the NPCs are likely to attack you and not your drones. I did try a couple of sites with it not on. I sat with a micro warp drive, a warp scrambler instead. But my drones did receive a lot more aggro, so I can confirm that that's worth having on. 2 cap recharger 2s, medium armor repairer 2, 2 energized adaptive nanomembranes, power diagnostic system 2, and drone damage amplifier 2. And important parts again as well, 2 Geckos, obviously very expensive but really worthwhile. Warriors 2s for the frigates, and then a bit of safety if you're in low or null, and salvage drones. So that's the fit, guys. It's cap stable if you're running normal stuff, so if you're running the prop mod, the target painter and the omnidirectional tracking link and the armor rep, it's cap stable. The capacitor only breaks down if you're running that simultaneously, but that's quite unusual. Now, I've been testing this fit still, pushing it to its limit, and I did find its limit the other day. I can't remember the name of the site, but I was running an Angel DED complex that was quite high level in low sec. Completed room 1 without too much hassle, warped into room 2, and just the DPS blew me off the field straight away. So that was an expensive learning curve, but I now know one of the limits of this fit and this ship, and I won't be making that mistake again. I can link you find the kill mail. There you go, 11 days ago. It says total worth 300, but that's because my geckos were out, so they're not covered in the kill mail. And I bought a new one today, and just so today's the 5th of February, the buy price for this whole fit, including the geckos in jitter, is 511 million, just so that you know. Anyway, without further ado, let's go to an Angel Refuge. No text pop up on this one, it's just a simple site. It's the class 3 site, so you've got all the hideaways at class 1, then burrow, which I can never find, then refuge is class 3. It's a bit easier, in my opinion, than the Forsaken and the full-on hideaways for the Stratios. Probably more difficult if you're in a frigate or something, because as you'll see as we land, there are missile batteries they have to take care of. And now they do put out a little bit of DPS. Again, absolutely no worries for the Stratios, but they do put out a little bit of DPS if you're in a frigate or something. So I'll just orbit that at 30, turn all this on, target some things. I'm just going to throw out my warriors because the site's quite simple. Target paint, warriors go, and they should do that. So you'll see you get 125 from missile battery. You'll see in the Refuge, there's two different formats of Refuge, and I think this one, because you can see from the layout, there's only 2 positions that a battery can spawn. They spawn on each of these dumps over here, big cylindrical things. So you know when you warp in that there's only going to be 2 missile batteries in this site. If there's 4 of them, but only 2 here, when you kill one of the missile batteries, a new one will spawn on one of the other platforms. So it's just worth bearing in mind. Yeah, and then it's just clear the frigates off, nice and easy. They're very weak. And this will continue now. I think you get a couple of destroyers, but it's just not very many waves and it's quite simple. This will be a nice quick sight. Also, if you watched one of the earlier series, you'll have heard me question escalation rates and whether they've been nerfed and things. I did get an escalation the other day from a not a refuge. No, it was a refuge. I got one from a refuge, so they are still about, and I did get a little bit of loot drop recently as well. That was not bad, 100 million mark, but that's quite rare. But very nice when it happens. But I'm sure today, for this video, we won't see any of that, because why would good things happen like that? And we'll just have a simple site, no escalation, no good loot, I'm sure. But oh well. A couple of destroyers now this wave, but you warriors have absolutely no problem getting through these. You could turn on target painter again, but I think it's just having it on your ship that increases your threat value as opposed to using it, but I'm not sure, so if anyone knows better, please let me know in the comments. Similarly, if you have an improvement on this fit or know a better fit or any suggestions or anything you want me to try, please drop a comment on the video. Open to try new things, especially now I've found a limitation of the fit. I am keen to change it up a little bit, try something else. The reason I was trying a warp scram in here instead of the target painter was because when I was doing a site in low sec, I got ganked. I managed to get away safely, but I would have killed a Loki. Had I had a warp scrambler, he was able to get away in hull, and that would have been a very nice 1 billion ISK kill mail to have, just from a little bit erratic, but alas. There you go, so that's the whole site, very quick and easy, no escalation, nothing flashing down here, no officer spawn, so the loot's going to be fairly poor, but let's go in anyway. I'll speed this bit up, and we'll see where we are at the end of the video. So speak to you in a second. Hi guys, just adding a little bit on top of the video here while we're salvaging in the background. I just wanted to mention, like I did last week, that I am also an industry pilot, and that's actually my main trade. So I was thinking about doing a series for players that are interested in industry where we take on a major project, say building an Orca, something like that, and we can do it as a bit of a build along, go through all the stages, go through the details of how blueprints work, how industry works, the industry overview, that sort of thing, and go from there and have a series where we go from nothing, source blueprint copies, source all the materials from mining and things, and go from scratch and do it all ourselves, which I think would be quite good fun. If anyone else is interested, if there's any industry pilots out there or aspiring industry pilots, I think that might be quite good, then please drop a comment letting me know. It's something I think I'd quite like to do, so yeah, thanks very much. Okay guys, so that's salvage done. Also didn't take long at all. Let me have a quick check of the salvage we pulled in. 585,000, so $500,000 for what was 2-3 minutes, and loot nothing, 24,000. So very poor loot. Like I said, the reason you do things like the refuge are for the escalations. We didn't get one in this video, but that's why you do them. You need the DED 3 out of 10, I think you get from the refuge, and they're pretty good. Guaranteed officer spawn, so some form of faction loot. So yeah. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I'll be continuing the series. The next one will be the Angel Den, which is a 4 out of 10 and starts getting a bit more challenging, and then that's the last high sec one. After that we are heading to low sec to do the yard, which should be appearing next week. So the den I'll try and get up this week because I didn't do a video last week, but the yard will be next week. Anyway, thanks guys, cheers.